All right. What's good, everybody? All the billions of people watching. Welcome to the Cinecast. I'm Riley Berry, aka Mr. Cinematic. Soon, my good friend Jordan will be joining me, so that'll be in just a little bit. But happy to have you here if you're watching live or if you're watching later. I think today we'll probably talk about the Black Phone 2, as well as Welcome to Derry. So I'm excited to get into that. Looks like he's joining.
Hey, sorry, I
It's
don't
a,
even hear my own. Can you hear me?
let's see.
I don't think my headphones are connected.
Phones connected.
Shit, you can hear me though, right? Hmm.
Uh, Try speaking now.
Oh, shoot. Can you hear me? I
Yeah, I
probably
still can't
did.
hear you.
Ah, shoot, for real? Freak. No, nothing.
I think we had the same issue last time.
Ah,
But I thought
at
it
all.
fixed it last time.
Shit. Okay, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can, yeah. Yes, I hear you.
I can't hear you still.
Freak.
Hold up.
Audio.
Make sure it's
Oh,
not an
fuck.
issue on my end.
Automatically adjust my audio. Um. Hmm. Mm, mm. Okay.
Well, I guess he'll get back with us in a second. Um, yeah, I'm gonna try to start working on these sort of technical difficulties ahead of time next time. Still getting the hang of this, whole thing, but yeah. Um, Maybe it is an issue on my end. I don't know. Let me see if it works now.
Can you hear it? Still nothing?
Oh shit. Okay, I can hear you now.
Oh, you can? Okay, cool.
It was another fucking issue on my end.
Oh, it was? Okay,
Well,
cool. I
I
was
I know what the issue was last time, so I had that prepared this time, and now this time it was my fucking
it
headphones.
was something oh
Yeah. It's always something, but
it's
it
always
is what it
something.
is. Um, how you been, bro?
I am so tired, man. I am so tired. I've been up to Austin and back 2 times in a row this last couple of weeks or these last couple of weekends. So
Oh
um
yeah, that's a tiring drive for sure.
yes, bro. I just had to move my brother out there. But other than that, man, pretty cool. Just trying to make plans for the I guess the new year. Hopefully I'll be able to get a new job here soon.
Yeah, hope that happens for you. Yeah, I want to do a podcast sooner, but I had just started a new job, so I've been
Also, you started a
adjusting.
new job.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's been a
dope.
whole new schedule and
Yeah.
trying to find the time to do stuff. But
Mm.
I posted a video last week, which has been doing a lot better than I thought it would.
Oh,
It's the one about
sweet.
the slashers. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, I'm a little worried now that my channel is gonna become like a slasher channel because everybody
Oh,
in the comments is like asking me to do more of these types of videos, which
more
I'm
on
gonna
them.
do more,
Yeah.
but I don't
Yeah.
know. I do like talking about horror movies, so I guess it kind of works for my channel. But
Yeah, you don't want to get yourself like stuck in that little but I know that happens sometimes with it happens with some channels, but at the same time you can build like a following that way. And you can
hmm
always talk about other stuff too, you know.
yeah,
So
because my next video is like the complete opposite. It's about how I don't like Ron Weasley, so
ha!
that's gonna be an interesting one. Um, Anyway, I want to talk about the Black Phone too, because you and I had very similar opinions. Because like when I walked out of that, I was like, okay, Jordan either really liked this one or hated it.
Mm-hmm.
and I think we
Mm-hmm.
were pretty close. You might have disliked it more than I did. There were some redeemable qualities, but uh, I thought it'd be better, and it was a really slow movie that just retreaded a lot of things from the first one.
Wait, I lost you for a sec. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I cannot hear you. Freak.
Oh no,
Ah, okay, one sec. That's
damn! Back at it again.
okay. Can you hear
Hold
me?
up. Yeah, I can hear you.
Why can't I hear you?
Uh,
Hmm.
let me make sure my mic is working.
This keeps happening, man. I'm sorry. I have
No,
no
it's
idea
all
what's
good.
going on.
It
Uh,
happens.
I'm fairly certain it's on my end. Okay, hold on one second. Let me see something.
Okay, well, I guess he'll be back in a second. So yeah, I was talking about the black phone too. I'm very curious to see what other people think about it. For me, it retreaded on some things. Oh wait, hold up. Let me see.
Perfect.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Gotcha.
Cool. So yeah, the black phone too. Um, yeah, it retreaded on a lot of things from the first movie, and I do like the whole PTSD element that it had to it. I
Hmm.
thought, that kept me invested in our main character. I wouldn't even say the boy from the first movie is the main character of this one. I would say it's the sister,
Hmm.
which I thought her story was good too. But there's moments where they're just doing like an exposition dump and explaining stuff we already know from the first movie.
Hmm.
Um, and I felt like the grabber wasn't in the movie enough, and he's kind of one of the big draws. He's one of the creepiest parts of the movie.
Hmm.
And Ethan Hawke just, you know, really kills it in that role.
Hmm.
So I was sad that we didn't get more of that.
Hmm.
And yeah, some of the dialogue, bro, was just so bad.
Mm, mm, mm.
Which is weird because in some moments I was like, damn, this is really good, especially like with some of the acting in it. Like the acting was good all around.
Mhm.
But yeah, some of the dialogue just was horrible, like atrocious. Like there was it's one of the things I hate about a lot of horror movies nowadays. It's not every single one, but I've noticed it, especially in like the Blumhouse type horror movies.
Yeah.
Near the end, when our main character gets the upper hand over, like, say, the demon or whatever is trying to kill them, they always say something really stupid at the end, like, "This is what you get, bitch." And then they stab the person or something like that. It's horrible, and I thought we would have learned from it from now, but I guess not. I just picture the screenwriter writing that script and feeling so proud of themselves after making that line. It's like, "No."
Yeah, there's no I don't understand how they wrote some of those lines of dialogue down and they were like, yeah, this I can see how some of them were funny on paper and maybe just didn't translate well on screen. But there's like a legit like Shark Boy and Lava Girl. There's like an Avengers Infinity War moment, the or Endgame, that she's got friends. There's like a moment like that.
Oh, yeah, she goes, "I have friends too," and the 3 boys show up looking like they're
Mm,
posing for an album cover, like they're in sync or
mm.
something.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
and then
just
you had the brother dragging the grabber, which was kind of like, how is he able to do that? How is he able to see exactly where he is?
not
It
clear.
just
It is not clear.
wasn't clicking.
Yeah. It's I yeah. I can appreciate. I understand that the movie takes place in. I think it's what is it the 80s now? I know
I
this is
think
a little
so.
bit after
Yeah, I
the
think it
fact.
takes place in the 80s because
Yeah,
First one had a lot of 80s references.
some movies try to like pass off a lot of the campiness as like an homage to 80s B movies. For something like Malignant, I believe them. It didn't work for me, but it clearly was like supposed to be throwing back to 80s kind of like nostalgic cheese. But something like this movie, I genuinely think it's just like bad. Like she said, like I'm gonna like get you with a dinosaur dong. I was like, all right,
Oh yeah,
come
she
on,
said, "Get
man.
fucked by a dinosaur, dick."
Is that what? Yeah, yeah. And it's like, okay, cool. I mean,
Like, first of all, I don't even think they have. I don't know.
right, per se. I don't know where she would get something like that, but anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of that dialogue, it wasn't working for me.
No, and I think that's why I was just so conflicted because, like I said, the acting in it was really good, really all around. Some of the scares were really good and disturbing,
Yeah.
but as the
Mhm.
movie goes on, it starts to lose sight of that. And I
Mhm.
didn't care about all the supporting characters like the camp counselor or any of those other characters. And like I said, they just didn't need to go into the whole like moments where they're explaining to all these other characters what's going on because we already know what's going on. So when you're having
Right.
to sit there and watch it, it's like, okay, this is a good point to go to the restroom because this part's just pointless, you know?
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of like exposition, and it does. I want to give it credit by saying there are some genuinely disturbing moments that probably would require some kind of a warning for some people because some people don't like violence involving children. But it feels like all of the scares are so front loaded. They come in like the first 15 minutes and then nothing else happens for like the entire movie. I mean, honestly, there's a couple here and there, but nothing to that level. And the grabber shows up at like the 45-minute point, and then when the grabber shows up, he's more of like it's it kind of feels a little bit more of like a thriller like action movie and not a horror movie. So um but yeah, I do think a lot of horror specifically is a lot of like personal preference. I personally love all the Conjuring movies. I know not everyone does. There's a lot of people who hate 3, and rightfully so. I love that movie just because I love the characters. I love hanging out with the characters. The Conjuring and Nightmare on Elm Street are the two franchises that no matter how bad they get, I adore all of those movies. Some people might feel that way about The Black Phone. For me, I found myself bored in the movie, honestly. Uh, it just didn't catch my attention like at all. I wasn't interested in the little. Are we doing spoilers?
I mean, I think it's been long enough and you're giving people a warning. It's not like the movie just came out this weekend. It's been a week, so
Yeah, I wasn't interested in like the Wild Bill Hickok mystery. I thought all of that was done very clumsily. There happened to be a picture on this fool's wall with the grabber in it, and Fiddy's like, "Oh, that's the grabber." He's like, "The grabber? You mean Wild Bill Hickok?" And I was like, I don't really know how to feel about that, and
yeah, and there
I
was
don't know.
moments where they were like, "Wait, you were that kid that got kidnapped?"
That's what it was. I was like, there
Like
was a couple of pieces. Yeah,
that's
he
so
knew his
so
name the whole time too. He was
specific.
like, "Wait, you're not Finny, like the Finny, are you?" He's like, "Yes, I'm the Finny," and I was like, "Come on, man, why?" I don't know.
Yeah,
So
and he didn't even recognize, or he didn't remember their mom that used to attend the camp. There was some serious logic issues in the movie
that's
for sure.
crazy. He was acting like he was so close to this woman. He was like, "Wait, you're Starlight's daughter? I love Starlight. She's such a great." But he doesn't even know her real name,
Yeah.
so they weren't that close. Then he's like, "How's she doing these days?" Actually, she's dead. Oh, and it's like you didn't know this woman. Then he gets the nerve to be like, "How did she die?" It's like, why would you ask somebody that? I think he asked how she died, right? Didn't he?
I
Because
think
then
he
Finny
might
was
have,
like,
I
she
don't
killed
remember.
herself.
Yeah.
Somehow they got around. He ended up saying she killed herself, and that really affected this man for some reason because he doesn't even know this woman's name. So I don't understand that. But yeah, a lot of it just felt like it was very like lazily done just to. progress the plot. So I don't know.
Yeah, and the moments where they're sitting around talking, I know that sounds like a poor attention span type thing, like, "Oh, you can't sit through watching people talk for a while." It's like, well, when it's good dialogue
Right,
and it's not
right,
just pointless exposition, then it's
right.
different. I love
Yes.
scenes where characters are just talking and it's
Mm-hmm.
rich dialogue and it
Yes.
enhances the story, but when it
Yes.
feels like stalling to make the runtime longer, that
Right,
just
right, right.
bothers me.
Yeah, man. I think there's creative ways to like. I know I keep talking about the Dark Knight, but and the Batman, but like those two movies, even Joker, like a lot of those. There's a lot of moments where there's just talking, but the dialogue is very engaging. There's still pretty like interesting shot choices. Like there's a scene where Harvey Dent, Jim Gordon, and Batman are sitting on a rooftop in Dark Knight, and the camera's like panning around the three of them while they're talking. Um, and the Batman, when they talk, they do this cool, creative, like detective noir thing where they do like a whisper speak. And I think and the dialogue is just interesting. So there's ways to do that.
Yeah, there's
I
ways
feel
to make it interesting,
for
and
sure.
given the environment that the movie took place in, The Black Phone 2, it's a very quiet, snowy
Bro,
environment. It felt like I was watching an ASMR video,
dude,
like, I was just like, "Is
yes.
this supposed to put me to sleep?"
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because that's exactly what I told my brother. I said I don't think the setting helped at all. I think it was a very small cast. They shouldn't have done the Camp Crystal Lake thing. Like it why was it in a they could have done a camp but have kids there. It would have been a lot cooler to see Gwynny spinning around like that and a whole bunch of kids freaking out cuz in the movie there's so much empty space. It's in this barren like icy hellscape and they're just sitting there talking with an empty background. Even if they were to busy up the background a little bit, it'd be more entertaining. Like when they're finding out who Wild Bill Hickok is, it's Finney, his sister, Armando, and the two super religious people who are jerks for some reason in the back in a big ass empty room. And there's so much empty space, like even that makes it a little like it makes it feel really mute, if that makes sense.
Mhm. Yeah, and, I agree. I think the movie would have been interesting if it had other people camping there, even if it was just other teenagers.
Yeah.
Show us some more kills if, like,
Th- There's
the
no
thing with
kill.
the first movie, the story and the suspense carried that movie. It was such a unique
Mm-hmm.
concept.
Mm-hmm.
That first movie, I think, is a horror classic, but
Mm-hmm.
this one tried to repeat the same magic, and it just failed at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they should have just gone full slasher with it and just show kills nonstop or something. At least make it a fun movie, but
Yes, yes,
it was
I
not
agree.
that. Now if they did make, say, a prequel, I could see that working, but at the same
Mhm,
time, we already know uh the grabber survives.
mhm,
Like if they did a prequel, he would make it, and
mm.
I think all the victims he kidnapped died. I don't know. Maybe they could do something with that, make it creepy, but yeah, it didn't work for me, and I hope they don't make more.
Yeah, I would hope not, but I'm confident they're going to. I'm pretty sure it's
It's
doing
Blumhouse, they're gonna make more.
it's Blumhouse, man. They always make a profit because they're super cheap. Um, so yeah, we could probably expect some more Grabber in the future. I thought the first one was a one and done, but we're in this boat now, so it's a franchise.
I'm trying to remember what was the last good Blumhouse movie that came out that I really enjoyed, like a good horror movie that they put out. I'm gonna look that up because
Yeah, there's
it seems
not.
like they have been on like a I'm not gonna say a losing streak because their movies are profitable. So like
Mhm.
okay, Drop was actually pretty good. I did see that. I
Oh.
don't even consider that a horror movie though. I mean it's
Mhm.
suspenseful.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um Upgrade was good.
Oh, Upgrade was great. I love
Yeah,
that movie.
that was Lee Winnell.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I also see a lot of like bad ones like Megan 2.0, which I didn't see, but I just heard it was horrible,
Oh,
which isn't
really?
even really horror.
Yeah, yeah.
Happy Death Day. I mean, that's kind of fun,
Those were
but
enjoyable for me, yeah.
yeah. Um, but as of recently, I don't see a whole lot.
Mm.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I saw a trailer is gonna be coming out pretty soon for the next Insidious movie.
I saw that they were working on it. Yeah, I love that franchise. I do. And again, I hate to come across as like a negative person, but I just want to move on from Elise, the old woman, and I saw that she announced Insidious 6, so I'm sure she's involved in. Dang. I mean, they shouldn't have killed her in the first movie because she's very much still part of the I mean, it's her franchise now, if anything.
Yeah, they gotta have her doing more kung fu and stuff like that,
Yes.
like she
Oh
did in
my
the third movie.
God. Yes.
That's another example of like she knocks down the lady in the black dress or whatever in that third Insidious movie, and then she's
Mhm.
like, "Bring it on,
Bring it on,
bitch."
bitch.
I'm like, "What are we doing? This is stupid."
I don't know why they do that, man. I think Freddy Krueger did it in A Nightmare on Elm Street, and it ended up being funny. But that's
Yeah,
the
but
kind
that
of
fits
thing.
the tone of that movie.
Yeah, it fits the tone of that movie, and there's only like certain characters that can pull that off, and you need certain actors like a Robert Englund who have the charisma to pull that off. And it's also like funnier because he is a villain for some reason. There's like a black sense of humor to Freddy Krueger, but I don't know. At least Rainer doing that, it just didn't.
It's
Yeah,
it's stupid, and don't get me wrong, yeah, I heard some people cheering in the theater probably because it was
they were
funny.
probably laughing. Yeah.
But I think there's also moments like you can put humor in those types of movies and you
Hmm.
know when it's like meant to work. Like in the
Hmm.
second Conjuring movie, there's like the part where the police go into the house
Oh yeah.
and they see a chair move and they immediately
They
walk
peace
out.
out.
Like
Hmm.
that works.
Hmm.
It's not, it's not out of place.
No, 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 no.
Because if that was the whole movie, then that'd be different. But
Right, 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 right. Yeah, yeah. Plus, that movie is genuinely like, bro, you needed something to break up that tension. That shit was scaring me.
yeah, you need it like a little relief.
You had to, bro. Even like the guitar scene, which isn't humor, but it's a great relief scene, and it's just a good scene, period. But that movie, that's so like jump scare heavy, bro. People were not gonna make it if you didn't have that there.
Conjuring 2 might be in my top 5 for horror movies.
Oh yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I know Insidious is definitely in my top 5. That original is just too damn good. Hereditary would definitely be in my top 5. Bring Her Back might be there.
Mm.
And Talk to Me. I
Interesting.
don't know. This
Interesting. Interesting.
yeah.
I'm always changing up my list. I know for a fact that Talk to Me is in my top five, and that's honestly probably the most. I have lists for like modern horror, for like classic horror, and then I have one for like, I don't want to say like, I guess like the jump scare type horror. For sure, it's Insidious and The Conjuring.
Yeah,
My
that's a
overall,
very different type of horror for sure.
yeah, yeah, overall top five is so hard for me. I have no idea.
Yeah. I'd really have to like think and make a list. But speaking of like, we because we brought up Talk to Me and Bring Her Back. Chris Stuckman, YouTuber,
Mm-hmm.
just released Shelby Oaks.
Mm-hmm.
Did you end up going to see it?
Not yet. I want to though.
Yeah, I was thinking about going to the movies today.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was trying to decide between that and that movie Good Fortune with Keanu Reeves.
Oh, where he's like an angel or something.
Yeah, which it looks dumb, but I've heard it's really funny, and I need
Hmm.
some sort of
Yeah.
comedy movie to go see. But I saw the reviews for Shelby Oaks, and they do not look good, which is
Yeah.
weird because the movie was being hyped up not just by like, of course, Chris Stuckman's gonna hype his own movie, and I don't blame him. It's
Mm-hmm.
marketing.
Mm-hmm.
But Neon was
Neon.
they're the one that they're distributing the movie, and Mike Flanagan
Mm-hmm.
is the one that like helped him
Like
get I think
produced on.
get it. Yeah, he was like producer on it or something like that. So I was like, oh wow, this must be pretty good. And the trailers look decent.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't super intriguing to me, but
Right.
Some
Yes.
trailers just don't really do much.
Mhm, mhm,
But yeah, like all the reviews, it's like I think like 50% on Rotten Tomatoes for both audience and critics. Might be
mhm,
lower than that now.
mhm.
So I
Yeah.
was hoping that there would be a streak of YouTubers making good horror movies, but I guess that's not the case.
It really makes me appreciate what Raka Raka was able to accomplish, and I think
Absolutely.
because that was crazy, man. Um, I saw the cinema score as a C plus, and that's really shocking because cinema scores like that's just where they ask audiences what they think coming out the theater. Usually, those are the most generous, so that's really bad. I I've noticed that Neon is like the younger brother for A24, the younger, like less accomplished, probably not as talented brother. But they
Yeah.
do a crazy job with their marketing. Like I like long legs a lot. I love long legs,
That one
but
was
it took
good.
me. Hmm.
That one was good. I
It
enjoyed
was
that
really
one.
good. It took me a couple of viewings to fully appreciate it though, because the marketing for that movie was so crazy that when I went into it, I expected something very different. And there's another movie called Cuckoo, and the trailers for that movie were insane, and the movie was just okay. So it feels like Neon has an issue delivering on their, I guess, what they're advertising in a lot of their trailers. Uh, the trailers for this one weren't super impressive, but I guess I'll put it this way: when I saw it was picked up by Neon, I was excited. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." But at the same time, I realized it's no A24.
Yeah, and yeah, the is it Philippou? Is that their last name? The
Yeah,
Rocka,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, they were picked up by A24 and
yes,
they're killing it there, and I hope they keep making
bro.
movies because I would imagine the budget isn't that high on their movies. I don't know how good Bring Her Back did, but
I
I
don't think it
wanna
did well, which I
yeah.
understand because, bro, nobody's trying to watch that multiple times. That movie is freaking shocking.
Also, I didn't really see a whole lot of marketing for it, and I went and saw it, like, opening weekend, and
Hmm.
there wasn't that many people in the theater.
Yeah, they don't
So,
make super like commercial movies. It's a very, I guess, specific audience that they go for, which I appreciate, and I think that film in general needs more of that. Even like comic book movies, I think where they started falling apart is they try to be like have something in it for everybody, and that's sort of like you kind of leave your original viewers behind when you do that.
yeah, and it's tough with comic book movies because the budget is so high on that they almost have to make it for everybody, but
Hmm. Yes.
they just gotta lower the budgets.
I yes.
They gotta stop making these movies so expensive, and
Stop.
we don't need A-list actors for these
We
movies.
don't,
The
bro. We don't
characters
need The Rock
themselves
Johnson. Yes,
yeah, the
yes,
characters
yes.
themselves are the celebrities to us, you know?
Yes. The characters are what made a lot of these people A-listers to begin with. Like when Iron Man 1 came out, it was probably a pretty tight budget. RDJ was, I mean, that was like the revival of his career. Um
He was
and that movie
known, but
is
he was not an A-list actor. He was
he
just some guy you saw, like, in some other movie, you
and he
know?
was known for like controversy a lot of it. And that movie was really good. It's fairly mature for a superhero movie, and it's pretty profitable because it didn't cost a lot of money. But now it's like with superhero movies, like you said, they'll want to cast like The Rock Johnson. It's this insane budget. Like it doesn't need to be like a universal threat every movie. Um, and
And
I
they're
think that
paying oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I feel like movies are starting to forget that like children, families can all enjoy movies that aren't like super kiddie the whole time.
For sure, and I mean, it's good to have kids watch some movies that are a little more mature,
Mhm,
because they get a little more of a glimpse of, like, the real world. I mean,
mhm.
I saw The Dark Knight when I was, like, in, I don't know, 3rd or 4th grade,
Super
I was a
legend.
kid.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
loved that movie. I watched it a billion times after that,
Yes.
and I was
Yes.
aware of how dark it was, but,
Yes.
with something like that, because it's so dark, you're rooting for the hero even more
Mhm, mhm,
because you
mhm.
want him to stop all that kind of stuff from happening.
Yeah, yeah. It also adds more like you get a sense. I mean, you already know who's good and who's bad, but it just adds more, I guess, like gravity to the movie. Because in a movie, in a lot of movies now, like Marvel movies, where everybody's like a comedic character, even though like scale wise it's universal compared to something like Dark Knight, where it's just like this threat to a city. You don't feel any of those stakes at all because everything's a freaking joke. It feels like everything's gonna sort itself out. I don't know.
Yeah, I rewatched not long ago I rewatched Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four,
Mhm.
and I was so surprised by how big of a drastic change there was when you watch Fantastic Four right after like Thunderbolts because
I like that one,
I
Fantastic Four.
yeah, no, I did too. And Thunderbolts I did like. I like the whole mental health aspect, and I found that to be really intriguing and how it didn't just end with a huge fight at the end. It was
Mhm,
kind of
mhm.
about fighting your own demons. So there was something meaningful there,
Oh, yeah.
but I forgot there were a lot of annoying interrupting jokes in that one.
Yes,
Like
dude.
in
Yes.
the beginning of the movie, you have
Yes.
Valentina
Mhm,
and court, and
mhm.
someone pronounces her name wrong. And she's like, no, 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 it's Valentina. Like it was just,
Yeah.
are we gonna do those kind of jokes still? I think
Yeah.
Fantastic Four was the movie where they're finally like, all right, let's stop doing this. Let's see what
Yes.
happens.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it was a good balance. Like I
Yeah.
think it had the right amount of humor for those
Mhm,
characters. Like you knew
mhm.
which characters were going to deliver jokes.
Right, right, right. Yes, yes.
Nothing was interrupting a scene. The stakes felt high.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm surprised that movie was good because they took out a lot from that movie. And I'm wondering if it's all the stuff we, rant
Yep,
about. I wonder if that's what they took out.
probably. I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did.
Because
Yeah.
Johnny and Ben, their dynamic is funny, and it should be. Um, and outside of that, man, everything felt organic in that movie. I liked all of the characters in that movie. Um, Thunderbolts, that whole first half, like up until they escaped that weird little prison thing, it was just more or less the same, I guess, MCU of recent with those weird, like unnecessary jokes. Um, I haven't seen that movie. I've only seen it in theaters. I never
Second half
rewatched
is a
it.
lot stronger for sure.
The second half's a lot stronger, a lot stronger.
Um, yeah. Hopefully, this is a sign of like what's to come, and they're gonna course correct with the jokes. But the issue is the movie didn't do well. Fantastic Four. I think it's because of brand damage because they've already like screwed themselves because of how crazy they've been in the past few years. But my hope is that Marvel won't take it as, oh, need to go back to making jokes because people don't like this serious stuff. I hope they don't do that.
No, I mean Thunderbolts did even worse though, and that one did have the jokes. And I think
Yeah.
Fantastic Four did a little bit better. I think, like you said, it is brand damage. I think it's
Oh,
also the budget thing. We
yes,
didn't need
dude.
Pedro
My
Pascal to play.
God.
Look, I think he did a great job,
He did
and
a
now I'm
great job.
excited to see him play the
Jesus.
character more because he did it so well.
Mhm.
But before they made the movie, I would have said, don't cast him, cast somebody,
Yeah.
that's maybe from a
That
TV show or something that's
that
known, but
nobody
not
knows. Yeah.
somebody that you have to pay millions of dollars.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. That's crazy. I even like Captain America Brave New World. That movie didn't do well. And it's just like, yeah, for all the criticism I give it, like take a page from Blumhouse. Don't pay too much for these freaking movies. Captain America, it should have never had the Red Hulk in it. I know that cost them an arm and a leg, and why. He totally did not need to be in that movie. It
That
feels
was
like he
all
was.
their marketing too.
That's why he was in the movie. It feels like to make money so that they could sell merch and sell tickets. But like nobody went to the movie, so now what? You just blew a bag on Red Hulk, and nobody went to go watch it anyway. So
I think that one would have been better for streaming, to be honest.
It would have been for sure.
because it was also a follow-up to the show.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I feel like it just would have been better having that side by side, you know? I think
Mm-hmm.
for some of their movies, they should just put them on streaming. And I prefer theatrical releases for movies. I don't want studios to like dump good movies on streaming when they could be done, put in theaters. But if something like that comes out and it just feels cheap,
Mm-hmm.
just put it on streaming, honestly. If it's not something that you spent too much money on, if it's
Mm-hmm.
not something that's going to make you a lot of money,
Mm-hmm.
just put it on streaming.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
might get better reception because people are like, I've got nothing to watch. I'll check this out.
Yeah. 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 People.
Because then, like, movies in general are so expensive now, so people are kind of hesitant to like. And like, I'm the kind of guy that likes to go to the movies. Like, I try to be in the movie like for like once a week, ideally. But even I get a little bit hesitant when I think about, okay, because you're gonna want snacks, and maybe you're going with the family, and it's like, do I feel like spending like $60 for a movie that is probably not going to be great? I don't really know. So everything's so expensive right now. That's not helping theaters either.
No, it's very hard to take risks on movies nowadays. I think sometimes there's too many coming out at once. Um, I was trying to decide what I might want to see today because seems like every weekend there's 3 or 4 movies coming out, and I think it should be less than that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's the right way to go about it because maybe that's good for theaters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I just keep seeing movies bomb left and right,
They're
and
all
some of them are
bombing.
and some of them are actually really good sometimes,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is unfortunate.
I try to support smaller
It's
movies.
like there's a movie called Good Boy. I want to watch that one.
Is that one
Um,
Neon?
I don't know actually.
I think is it Shutter? I don't know, but
Maybe.
That one's more indie. Um.
I'm sure the budget on that was extremely low.
Oh yeah. See that one, a very low budget movie.
generally when it's people like trying to make a name for themselves and it's low budget, they tend to be a little bit more like passionate about it. Even movies like Smashing Machine, that's still like an indie movie, and they're not gonna profit because they had to put The Rock Johnson in the role. Bro. I feel like they would have made their money if they just cast it not The Rock Johnson and Emily Blunt, not her either. They would have made money.
Yeah, probably. But I think this one is gonna get Oscar nominations, which
For
may
sure.
help it in the long run.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think it's also Dwayne Johnson's comeback movie. So now
Yeah.
you might because we haven't really seen him in as much lately because people are getting tired of him. And now I
Yes.
think after that you're gonna start seeing him in more roles where he's showing uh more of his acting chops. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. Um but yeah, I think horror and comedy are just the easiest movies to make in terms of budget,
Yeah.
depending on like who you're casting in those movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yep.
don't know if comedy's making a comeback or not because I don't know if Naked Gun did good.
Mm.
Um, that movie Good Fortune, I don't know if that
Yeah.
one's doing well or not.
Mm.
'Cause I feel like I would have heard about it.
Yeah.
So maybe
I didn't
I
even
think
know.
Scary Movie might be a big one though because that one has nostalgia going for it,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
has horror movies on its side. So
Yeah. Yeah. That one's got a lot going for it, I think.
And it's probably I like Marlon Wayans. I like the original Scary movies. Um, I think the catch for that one is gonna be if it's because like word of mouth is gonna help that movie out a lot if people go in and see that they made the movie like what if they didn't hold back basically. If it feels like it's a scary movie but cleaned up and people are saying that, that's gonna hurt.
yeah, we'll see how it goes. Um, I want to ask, did you watch the first episode of Welcome to
Sure
Derry?
did. I sure did. I sure did.
Okay. I figured we
That's
could talk about
fair.
that. I watched it last night just in case we ended up talking about it today.
Absolutely. I knew that question was coming. Yes, I did.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
I really liked it. I really liked it.
Okay. I I'm a little mixed on it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought some of the creepy stuff, like some of the creatures that we see in it were really cool. It felt like everything we had seen from the It movies. The
Mm-hmm.
characters are kind of the same
Mm-hmm.
from what we've seen. The kids, they're very similar.
Mm-hmm.
But of course the ending kind of took everybody by surprise. The show's very brutal. It's still just as brutal as the movies. I do wish it felt a little bit more like a movie and less like a TV show, which I mean, it's fine. It is a TV show,
Mm-hmm.
but we've seen some shows make themselves feel like movies, if you get what I mean. Like Alien Earth felt like a movie. It had that kind of look and feel. Um, but yeah, I still like the first episode. I don't know the military storyline. Is that interesting to me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we'll see where that goes. Um, and I did think the acting was really bad from the
Okay.
kids.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I
it
agree
was
with
it was
that.
a little distracting at times.
It was very distracting at times.
I think that the main girl, I think that she did a good job acting. I think that Maddie, the little boy in the beginning, he did a good job acting. And then I think the little jokey kid who's trying to be Richie from the original It movies, the Finn Wolfhard kid, I think he did a terrible. I don't want to say that because he's a child, but I he will grow as an actor.
Yeah,
He
I
will
mean, I
grow.
think it's okay if you're not saying it like as long as you're not bullying him online, like
Yeah.
saying like "screw this dude" or
Right,
like
right, right.
whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
Yeah. Well,
and I
young
mean,
man, I did not enjoy
if we
that
can say
performance.
that kids are good actors, we should also be able to say when they're doing
That's true.
bad,
That's
you
true.
know. I don't
That's
know.
true.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's true.
I think some kids are. I think the main girl is very talented. I think I can see her having a future. I think that Teddy, the little jokey kid, I didn't enjoy his performance. I didn't. Um.
I actually thought the main girl wasn't great at times either though.
Okay.
But maybe
Okay.
that's just me.
Okay. Interesting.
But she did I think her story is still interesting,
Yes.
just seeing where she's
Yes.
coming from. Did I guess we're kind of getting into spoilers here. Did that one did both of the boys die?
Yeah. Yeah. They're both out of here. They're both out of here.
Okay, I saw
That
one
little
get
girl
ripped
too.
in one got
They're all
ripped in
gone.
half. What happened to the other one?
So I think the one who got thrown into the little booth at the end, I think that was the other kid.
Oh, I thought it was the same kid that got torn in half.
I thought so at first too, but apparently they're all dead. So I think they're both dead. And then the small child, the little girl, clearly she's gone too, because her hand was left behind. Uh,
Yeah.
Which is cool. Little, I guess, nod to what happened.
happened to Georgie, but
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think that.
the moment, and it's in all the advertising, but when the main girl like screams, I thought that was a pretty strong. I think that's what did it for me as far as like her acting performance.
Oh yeah,
I
that
think
was
it's
good.
that was good. I think it's I always appreciate like it sounds weird, but a good scream in like horror movies. Like I know a lot of people say like Vera Farmiga, uh I guess Jamie Lee Curtis, those are like scream queens. Patrick Wilson is like a scream king of horror. Toni Collette had a great performance in Hereditary. I think it's always cool to see moments like that, and I think she did a really good job in that scene, delivering the like. I mean, from like the shock of it, where you see like she's still holding the hand. I think all of that was really well done. Um,
Yeah, she's definitely gonna be traumatized after that for
Yes.
sure.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Um, yeah, and I've heard some people say like this is very much the same exact thing that we saw from the first It movie, but there's nothing wrong with that because that movie was good and it's just it's a fun watch. If this movie, like if this show was a movie and it's come to the theaters, people would just feel like it's repetitive. But I think because it's a fun watch at home, it's a
Mm-hmm.
little different.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, it does feel a little less scary when it's
Mm-hmm.
something that you watch at home.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I guess just because a movie is, you're not spending as much time with these characters or with Pennywise,
Mm-hmm.
and you're watching in a dark theater. It's a very different feeling because with a show you have to like flesh the story out more.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just hoping each episode has a lot of really good kills and like crazy things that Pennywise does because that's the most entertaining part of the It movies is seeing the stuff that he comes up with.
Yeah, yeah. The lamp scene was really good. Um,
Yeah, that was creepy.
Yeah, that was great. Um,
I saw they used a lot of practical effects for this show. Apparently,
huh. Really
yeah, like
interesting.
when the episode ended, I don't know if you watched. They had like a behind the scenes thing that was pretty interesting.
Oh,
Um,
is that what that was? Okay.
yeah, whenever they were in the car, and the mom was giving birth, she had like some prop guy behind her apparently that was like they made
Oh.
a fake belly and they were like pushing stuff out of it.
Oh.
I was like, damn, that's pretty crazy.
Okay. Okay.
was the hand at the end prosthetic?
I think so, yeah.
I could see that. I could see that. Interesting.
Y-
I know.
Andy Muschietti apparently likes to use prosthetics and
Really?
like practical effects, yeah, when he can.
I was gonna say, I know one of the bigger complaints that a lot of people.
Myself included, had with the original It movies was the CGI, and it kind of worked.
Because once I just got on board, I was like, okay, it's a fun little like.
Everything looks super uncanny valley. That could be kind of fun, but especially in the second one, I was like, it's very, I guess, like obvious, but that did look really good. The opening scene, as crazy as that was, I think the baby, clearly that's not practical, but it's still a lot of fun. Um, but interesting. I didn't know that he liked doing practical work, but nice.
Yeah, apparently so. Man, that first It movie was that one was so good. I don't think they should have ever made the second one, but I get why they did because they knew the first one was a huge success. But
Yeah.
Yeah, the second part of that story is always the weakest. It's just you're just not as scared for the adults, and the ending of the book is terrible. Like, there's no way to make Pennywise being a giant spider. There's no way to make that cool. There's no way to do that. That's terrible.
no, and I feel like maybe Welcome to Derry is almost like a way to rewrite that story
Yes.
in a way that's, just a little bit better and you don't have Stephen King on your ass.
Yeah.
You get to
Yeah.
make it your own. It's not based off of something he wrote.
Yes. Yes.
Which he
Yes.
has some great stuff that he's written,
Right.
but I think he's also kind of a snob at times. So,
Oh yeah, I'm sure. That whole ending. I mean, the idea that
He gets like bullied to death pretty much. It's just like, come on, bro. So hopefully we don't see anything like that in the show, but I'm excited. I think this episode was a pretty good it did a good job setting up the rest of the series. I know that the next episode's premiering on Friday for Halloween. Um
oh, that'll be cool.
yeah, that's gonna be cool. I think the dialogue.
was weak a lot of times. The child performances weren't great. I do think it felt a lot like the first It movie, but so does like Stranger Things, for example. But I think that the kind of twist ending that they throw in kind of lets you know that maybe it's going to be a little bit more subversive. It's probably not going to be just like the first movie, so that's exciting. Um,
I'm kind of surprised they didn't start releasing episodes earlier on because the show's going to be going on November after
I know,
Halloween and it
and
just
probably
won't be.
December.
Yeah, it's a weird, unless there's some sort of Christmas thing that happens in the
That'd be
show, which I
crazy.
guess that would be cool.
That would be cool. I thought about that because the opening episode, like,
it takes place on New Year's, right? Doesn't it? Because there's Christmas
Something like that.
decorations. That
Yeah, it
kid.
was snowy.
hmm
So, um, Yeah, maybe
because
they
it's
do something like that because then that would make sense. Because I'm like,
yeah,
this show is perfect for Halloween season. Why would you start releasing it this
yeah,
late in the year?
yeah. So
And then they're releasing an episode on Halloween, but I was like, well, why didn't you just release the show earlier so we could? But
I hope it's not because they didn't want to release the show at the same time as Peacemaker, because that would be really stupid.
I hope not. I guess that's a possibility though, because that's all under the same.
The same
Is
streaming
it?
service.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess that is a possibility.
I sure hope not, but
Peacemaker was bad.
I did not watch that.
I did not watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's something really good in it. The whole storyline about like the Nazi Earth and Peacemaker wanting to like reunite with his family. That story was good, but that's like 10% of the show. The rest is the stupid side characters and James Gunn telling everybody about his playlist. It's so annoying. It's like the final episode of the season. There's like 3 different concert scenes where it's showing like some of
What?
James Gunn's favorite bands. It's just it's
Really?
dumb. Yeah, it's really dumb. The whole final episode is nothing but like his, the music that he likes.
Really?
Yeah, and now it's like, okay, now you're turning the things that were part of your like personality, part of like your filmmaking style, they're becoming annoying to people. I've seen that's
Mm,
been some of people's like biggest complaints. It's too
yes.
much James Gunn.
Way
Um,
too much, dude.
so yeah, and like there
Yeah.
were moments in the season where characters be like, "Oh, you haven't heard of this band? You got to check them out." It's like, dude,
Mm.
now I'm just hearing the filmmakers' dialogue rather than the
Yes.
characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
but I still have faith um in DC because Superman was
Okay.
fun, and uh, the next 3 movies are not James Gunn. I I've seen some
Really?
valid points that James Gunn he just shouldn't make TV. He's not good at
Mm,
writing TV
mm,
because some of the episodes were like super short and they felt like filler.
mm-hmm.
And also the jokes just they don't carry well in a show because you're watching 8 episodes, so it starts to feel like too much.
Yeah.
Um, so and I think he just does better like in a contained story, you know. So I'm hoping. Um, I mean, I don't care if they make another season because people like it. I just won't be watching it.
Mm.
I just wanted to see more of the DCU because I liked what was set up so far. But
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm done. I didn't even really care for the first season of Peacemaker, so just
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah. I, I
I think he confirmed they're not doing a third season. Um,
That's good.
yeah, I don't think it's doing well as far as the as viewership goes either. So, um, my concern is that he does seem to really like this character, and I know he said the character means a lot to him, and I don't know how true this is, but evidently he wants to make him like on the same level. They want to make him an A-list character in the DCU and the centerpiece for the, I guess, phase one of the DCU, and all of that is very concerning to me, but
That would
I'm sure the
be
studio will step in and give James Gunn a spanking and be like, "Look, man,
it's not happening.
yeah, because I've heard even Warner Brothers wants to make like their big characters the focus.
they should,
They
yes,
know that that's the priority. Make
yes,
Batman,
yes,
Superman, Wonder Woman. That's
correct."
your trinity right there.
That's the Trinity. Yes.
I don't mind him being in other projects though, like
Mm-hmm.
being a side character.
Right.
And I the character has grown on me, especially in
Okay.
this season. The character did grow on me more. He's becoming like I don't want to say like a hero, but he is becoming a better person, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's just again, it's the side characters I can't stand. They
Yeah.
annoy me so much.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Especially Economos. He's like the worst character on the show.
Hmm.
So
I don't know who's
yeah, I don't recommend it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He just has a thing for these
super obscure characters, and it's like he just has to understand that like mainstream characters are mainstream for a reason, and that's where your bread and butter is, and you need to keep those characters the same. I think he likes to write obscure characters because he gets to make them his own, and by make them his own, it means super goofy, probably like drunk or something, vulgar for some reason. It's usually all like the same kind of characters. He likes the whole Guardian to the Galaxy style, and you can't do that with Batman, bro. Like Batman and Wonder Woman, they can't. They have to feel a certain way. He has to stick to. His hands will be tied a bit more doing those, so it'll be interesting to see what those projects look like when they do eventually come. I don't know what's going on at Warner right now. I know people are saying it's about to get sold, and he might be out when that happens. I have no idea what's happening, but
I think it'd
um,
be pretty stupid to fire him though if the movies are making money. And also, I mean, if they do fire him, like yeah, that I don't know if that'd be smart, but what would be really stupid would be to reboot DC again.
Mm-hmm. I
You
feel
can
like
you could build off of what he already set up because we have
yeah,
a new Superman that people
yeah,
really
really.
like.
Yeah.
You do not want to start over again.
I feel like if there's one thing that Warner Bros is really good at doing as of late is something stupid. I feel like they always do
Yeah.
something stupid. I
I thought you were gonna say something good, but no.
no, I have zero
Yeah.
faith. It's not even like I don't have faith in DC or the
DCU. I just feel like Warner Bros is gonna pull it. They're gonna, bro. I don't know what they're gonna do, but it's not gonna be good.
I just have zero faith in any of the big studios.
I do too. I think they are gonna try to reboot it. I think they are. I don't know why I say that. I've heard that evidently there's something in the works called the new DU. I don't know how true that is. And they were just gonna reboot the whole thing again, and it's like I don't know. People are probably they're probably already like plenty confused with DC, and you already have like there's a lot of venom between like the James Gunn camp and the Zack Snyder camp, and now you're gonna just introduce another Superman and create like I don't know. There's gonna be another faction in DC where people are gonna be like, whoever they cast, I don't know, Jeremy Allen White is my Superman. And it's like, bro,
That'd
I
be
don't know what's happening.
hilarious. He'd be the
That'll be very
weirdest
funny.
Superman.
That'll be such a strange choice, but I'm telling
tell you, bro, Warner Brothers, I don't know what's up over there.
Yeah. It it's funny, like anytime the Snyder fans hear about this, they're like, okay, they're bringing it back.
they're
Like,
not bringing it
y'all are
back.
the most hopeless group of people I have ever seen.
I have no idea why they again like
I think that's a very vocal minority, but it's a minority because I don't think people were really watching those movies like that. I don't think Zack Snyder's Justice League performed well. Black Adam didn't do well. Um, and I'm a guy that likes Henry Cavill. I think he's great as Superman. I think he looks the part. I love the costume. Unfortunately, I don't think that the character was taken in a direction that I would have liked to see. I wish he was a bit more hopeful, but I like that Henry says that he wanted to do that. And as much as the Justice League movie sucks, I did like him as Superman in that movie.
Yeah, you got little hints of what the character is usually like from the comic
yeah,
books and
yeah,
cartoons.
yeah,
That's probably the most redeemable part about that movie.
yeah.
It seemed like he understood the character a little bit better,
Mm-hmm.
and I would have liked to have seen what they would have done with him if they like say did like a soft reboot and just
Hmm.
kept Henry Cavill.
Yes.
Um, but I understand why
Yes.
they reboot it because you don't want to
Right.
have that confusion, even though
Confusion. They kept
they
freaking
kept
John Cena.
Peacemaker.
Freak,
Yeah.
bro. I feel like the same issue with Zack Snyder.
For me personally, or with that, the old DC is the same issue I have in this DC. In my personal opinion, I know there's a lot of like divisiveness going on right now. I think there's yet to be a bad Superman, at least on film. I think they've all been good to great. I even think Brandon Routh in Superman Returns was pretty good. I love Henry Cavill as Superman. I love David Cornsweet as Superman. The issue for me in both is that it feels like the director is in his way and has his own agenda with both characters. It felt like Zach wanted to make Superman like really really dark, and it feels like James wants to make Superman really really goofy. And I don't agree with either of those things. But I think both of the actors seem to have a good understanding of the character. I think they both look great as Superman, and I enjoy both of their performances as Superman.
That's
I
why
just
I
dislike
really,
both the directors.
yeah, I really want to see a different director direct
Yes,
David Cornsweet.
he might
I still
even need
want
to
him as
help write.
Superman. Yeah, and I still think James Gunn did a good job establishing the character.
Hmm.
Um, he understood the assignment. It's just the movie itself was just too James Gunn.
Yes,
Um,
my God, my
and
God.
I'm still down to see him make more comic book movies. I just want to see him do more stuff that fits within his style.
Hmm.
Just do more Guardians type movies or something like that, or more Suicide Squad. Just
Hmm.
don't do another TV show like Peacemaker, and don't, do one of these mainstream characters
Yeah,
because it's just a little too distracting.
yeah, 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 yeah.
The
So,
question becomes, does he have that in him? I don't know. Creature Commando, Suicide Squad, Guardians of the Galaxy, Peacemaker. That all seems to be the same thing. So
a little bit, yeah, and I'm having a little bit of trouble getting excited for Man
The
of
Lantern.
Tomorrow because I'm getting
Mm.
fatigue. I'm actually really excited for Lanterns
Okay.
because that one's made by the people that made Ozark, and that's a very dark show. I'm not saying that this
Yeah.
show is going to be super dark,
Hmm.
um, but that show is pretty good. And
Hmm.
what's his name? Kyle Chandler. You know who he is, right? He's the one playing Hal Jordan.
Hal, I haven't
Yeah,
seen anything he's in.
every single thing I've seen him in, he does not do goofy characters. He's never done that before.
Mm. Okay.
Um, he usually plays very serious characters,
Yeah.
so I don't really see him doing something
Yeah.
that James Gunn would make.
Okay. Okay.
So I have some faith in this show,
Okay. I was
or it
gonna
could
say.
just or it could just go flat. I don't know. It could.
It's gonna say this is the first time for everything.
I was very excited until I saw some news floating around, true or not, that Guy Gardner is in all 8 episodes. Once I saw that, I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I hope that's not true. But
I
I,
I
I
think
was
I'd be okay with it because he's supposed to be the example of what not to do while the other characters are serious.
okay,
I don't know if I'd want him in every episode.
mm,
The only thing I've seen of him so far was like a cardboard cutout of him sponsoring an energy drink or something like that. I think we're
mm,
just gonna see like little snippets of him here and
yeah,
there. I
yeah,
doubt he's gonna play a huge role in the show.
got it. Okay, cool, 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 cool.
okay.
But
Um,
that's another thing. I don't want him to be overutilized just because that's a character that James Gunn likes a lot.
I'm so scared that James Gunn's gonna try to make that.
The Green Lantern. I'm so scared he's gonna try to sideline Hal and John, and he's gonna be like, nope, Guy Gardner's in the Justice League. I'm so scared.
I hope not. It needs to be John Stewart.
So scared, bro. I'm so scared.
I already
I think Kendra. I think it's Kendra
as Hawk Girl. I don't think it's Shira in the movie. Um, but that's gonna be our Hawk Girl. I'm scared that Metamorpho is gonna be in the Justice League. I am a bit
I did
nervous.
not like him. He was
I did not like him.
I liked him in the cartoons. I did not like him in
Yeah,
the movie.
no, because in the movie he's freaking.
Drax or something. I mean, he's not Drax, but I don't know. Something's going. It was just
The way he talks in it just annoy me for some reason.
He said, "Why are you still ugly looking?"
and it's like, all right, man.
Yeah.
I get it, James Gunn. You're a very funny person. and then he saved Superman from the hole, or I guess Crypto saved Superman, and they were like both sitting there, and Metamorpho was like an octopus or whatever. He looked at Superman, he's like, "You're so weird," and I'm like, I mean, that's funny, but I don't know, like his voice, you know what I mean? They could have given him like a deeper voice, like a more grovelly. I don't know, something about that character.
It's just the casting, I guess, maybe.
Who was that?
It's
Was that
like
his brother? Or no, his brother's.
no, his brother plays
Maxwell Lord.
yeah. I forget the name of the guy that plays him, but yeah, his voice bothered me when he was like the Justice Gang.
Yes.
I was like, oh, that's like nails on a chalkboard for me. I can't do it.
Shame.
But we'll see, man. I think he needs to be reined in. Honestly, I do. I don't know. I love all three Guardians movies. I love all of them. They range from like an 8 to a 10 for me. I have no idea who saw those movies and said this guy needs to oversee a whole cinematic universe. Like, he's a director, but I don't see him being like a CEO or anything like that.
Again, though, until I see something that's not from him, but I need to see how well he picks other directors and writers to make stuff.
Yeah.
If the people he hires make things that are like the content that he creates, then I'm gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
But if he's hiring people to make very different things from what he makes, then I'm gonna be okay because it's gonna show how diverse the universe is in terms of tone and like what kind of characters and stories we can get, and what kind of visions we can get from other filmmakers. I don't want him though to be making the big movies. I don't want him to make Justice League because he's gonna make that his own. He doesn't know how to not do that.
No, he does not.
Which I mean, that's that's what a filmmaker's gonna do. They want to make a movie their own, but his style just wouldn't fit. I don't think
Would not. It
he
would
needs
not.
to be risky and take a chance. I know that he did Superman because he was scared to let somebody else do that. Um, but something like that could be detrimental, and we could be in the same situation as we were with the first Justice League.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to see another Justice League because that was atrocious.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't get to that point.
I don't think that we'll get anything, I guess, quite like that. But I'm also still not super convinced that that Justice League movie will come out because I don't think this DCU era is gonna be here for long. I don't think we have a Wonder Woman casting or a Batman casting yet. And I think there's a reason for that, and I think the reason is because they know behind closed doors that this is already over. And I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. But
I've been hearing that they're already cast. They're just not revealing it yet, but it
Okay.
could be that they're just saying that to keep people
Yeah.
feeling calm. I don't know.
Yeah. I saw that there's gonna be a Batman casting in a couple of months or a casting reveal. And like why? Why? But
Just to build excitement, I guess. Keep the fans pleased.
interesting.
Not to build any negative headlines. I don't know. I mean, they gotta have a script done first before they cast somebody.
Yeah. I low key hope it's not Alan Richardson.
it's no hate against that dude.
I think
But
that's already been like. I think even Alan Richardson said like he wants to play him, but he knows he's not gonna get that role. Something like that. I think James Gunn said like he doesn't want Alan Richardson, but he has other ideas for him.
Okay,
So
cool.
that to me, that's good. Like I could see him playing other characters.
Yeah.
I could actually see him playing Shazam.
Yeah.
He's played the lighthearted roles before.
Yes.
But he knows
That
how
would
to
be
do
cool.
serious well, and he has the physique.
Yeah. That would be cool. Bro, he's almost too swole to be Batman.
He is, yeah.
He's almost too swole. I kind of
People
don't
saying
want to
he
see
could
that.
do absolute Batman, but
Yeah, absolute Batman. Yes. That one you got it, bro. But Bruce Wayne. I mean,
we already did the older bulky Batman with Ben Affleck, which was amazing. But yeah, you can't put your arms down, bro. You'd be walking around like he walks like this. That would be crazy looking. I don't know.
It'd be so obvious when you see him as Bruce Wayne. You'd be like,
It'll be like, bro, that dude is Batman. Am I tripping or is that Bat? He also doesn't
yeah,
really look like a Bruce Wayne. Like in the costume, he would look awesome. And I know they can do makeup and stuff like that, but I don't want to see a Bruce Wayne that's not like he looks old, but he looks around his age. And I don't want to see a Bruce Wayne that looks like 15 years older than Clark.
you know what I really want to see that they haven't really done in live action is somebody do a Kevin Conroy type voice for Batman.
Yes, me too.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Because
Me too.
everything we've gotten, even Robert Pattinson, and I like his voice as Batman, but it's always the
Mhm.
I'm Batman. Like it's that
Yeah,
type of
the deep
stuff.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I want to see that too, man.
I want to see that too. That would
I
be
don't
cool.
need the chain smoker voice, you know. I need something
Yeah, we've
I need
done
something
that.
different.
Yeah,
So I didn't
Yeah,
like Ben Affleck's either with the auto tune voice or
yeah, the
whatever it
little yeah,
was. I
yeah.
didn't like that at all.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, okay.
Wasn't for me. I don't know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Interesting,
Um,
interesting. Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think that would be cool to see somebody.
it would be cool to see a Batman that sounds like it kind of moves like the Batman from the animated series. Because he was still built, but he was also pretty agile in that show. And I don't know. I don't. The whiteout eyes, it does look cool. I'm not sure how that would work in the movie. Um,
It'd be cool for like some scenes maybe, but
Yeah,
not for the entirety of the movie because you lack the emotion from the character,
yeah.
which I've heard a lot of people say that was one of the best things about Robert Pattinson's
it
Batman
was
is that they
absolutely.
did a lot of focus on the eyes because he's a pretty expressionless character for the most part,
Hmm.
but you can see something there in the eyes that there's something really wrong about him.
You
Um,
get his whole origin story just by looking into his eyes.
In the opening of the movie.
and just seeing the way he walks,
Yes,
you know that he like feels like he's ready to fuck somebody up.
Yes,
You
yes,
know, he
yes.
feels like he's scary to other people
yeah,
just by the
yeah,
way he walks.
yeah, yeah,
It's stuff
yeah.
like that. It's the little details.
Even the way he turns around, like he doesn't
Turn
turn.
his neck like a normal person. Like in that movie, he was like,
Yeah, he does the slow head turn.
it was cool. I like him a lot. I think he did a really cool like physical performance. It wasn't a lot of talking, but he still acted his ass off because of like his eyes and the way he moved. I thought he did a great job as Batman. Um,
And he played Batman throughout like the entire movie almost, which was
Yes,
just so cool.
yes, yes.
Um it's interesting that now we're excited to see him play more of Bruce Wayne because
Hmm.
usually it's the opposite. You're like, "Oh, I want to see more of him as you know what the movie's named, the Batman." But
Hmm. Hmm.
I think that alter ego is just so pivotal to the character.
yeah, I think a lot of the eye stuff came from the Earth One comic. I was trying to see if I still have that on my shelf here somewhere, but I think my brother took it. Uh, but yeah, the Earth One comic was at least the first Batman comic I remember where you see his eyes. It wasn't whited out the whole time. You see his eyes, and there's like a scene in the beginning where he falls off a roof, and there's like a panel that shows his eyes, and he looks scared, and that was always really interesting to me. So it was cool to see them do like a take on that in a movie for once. Um,
Huh.
I don't know what they're gonna do with this new Batman. Um, there's still so much like there's just so many different interpretations of the character, so they can do something that does feel very different. I just don't want him to be like goofy. I've heard that he might feel a little bit more lighthearted to fit the tone of Superman. I don't think that he needs to match Superman tonally. I think part of what's cool about their dynamic is how much they clash. But yeah, as long as he's not, man, like I said, like sitting on whoopee cushions and stuff, I'm sure it'll be cool.
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Um, so how are your Baltimore Ravens doing? Got
Not,
got no answer for that.
I don't have an answer for that. I'm actually very upset with them. I stopped watching them after that Kansas game because they quit. They quit. I
Oh, really? Didn't they?
yes.
I thought they won the last couple of games though, didn't they?
No, they won their last game. They won their last game. So right now we are we're 2-5 right now. Freak it. We have a game on Thursday. Lamar's going to be back on Thursday, hopefully. I don't believe Lamar's injured. I don't believe he's injured. He got magically injured in the middle of that blowout Kansas game and sat down. He didn't even hobble. I was like, bro, he's not hurt. Then I
Oh,
think Marlon Humphrey.
you
Huh?
think he just left because he didn't want to be?
Yeah, they're being investigated right now, dog. Baltimore's being investigated right now because they listed him as probable for the game, and then they listed him as not playing. It was something with the way they listed him on the injury report that now the NFL's investigating. So, um, yeah, I don't think he was hurt. I don't think Marlon Humphrey was hurt. I don't think Kyle Hamilton was hurt. Like three people sat down in the middle of that game, and I think that's because they were being bitch made because we got blown out and they were upset. And I was like, get in there and get your butt whooped like you freaking. And then John Harbaugh, I think he needs to get fired, bro. He needs to get fired.
You
Our D
think
line
so? Because
coach
he's been like, how long has he been the coach for that team? And he's been like,
forever.
hasn't he been a good coach for the most part?
I think he was a good coach in the past, but I think the same like things just change, man. I think you need new blood. The play style is different. Like we got a ring with Joe Flacco. The Joe Flacco court style of QB is like so rare now. Most QBs are like a QB running back hybrid, like Lamar Jackson's, your Josh Allen's. I don't want to say Herbert, but a lot of QBs, even like Jalen Hurts, they use their legs a lot more now. And Baltimore, for whatever reason, this year, our O line and Todd Monken, like our coaches do really good play design for the offense, but our defense sucks. John Harbaugh always looks clueless. He's sitting there looking
I've
every game, the whole game, and I
noticed
don't know,
that.
man.
Yeah.
I just you noticed that he looks so stupid. I think we just need some new blood. Some people get stuck in the past. It's the same thing with my Warriors with Steve Kerr. I think he's stuck in the past, like the 2015, 2016, 2017 era Warriors, and the whole league has changed. Like what Steph Curry and Klay Thompson did created basketball as the way it is now with all the fast-paced three-point shooting in transition, and it seems like those old coaches can't make the adjustments.
Yeah, it's something that happens quite a bit. Like, um, I guess in the NBA, but also in the NFL, like the sport changes so
Yep.
much. Um, you notice like what teams are doing really well at the time,
Yeah.
and that's kind
Yep.
of like the level you have to be at.
Yes. Yes.
Um, I don't know what the hell's going on with my Texans. Every other week, I'm like, we're back, and then the next week, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, never mind, we still suck.
Yep.
It's
Yep. Yep. Yep.
so.
They
I mean,
they
they beat
just
the
won.
49ers, which are
Yeah.
they finally beat a good team.
A good team. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if they can beat a good team like in an away game.
Mm.
Um, yeah, the Ravens that game they like I was excited about the win, but at the same time I was like, I know we're not beating a good team right now. And
Yeah.
then and then they got blown out by the Seahawks.
Yeah. That's correct.
It was bad. Yeah.
I don't remember Seattle being good since Russell Wilson. Honestly,
Yeah,
Russell
they got
Wilson,
really good.
Marshawn Lynch. Yeah, I know the. It's still like fairly early in the season. I keep thinking to myself, there's always a chance because Kansas they've looked bad in the regular season the last couple of years, but keep getting into Super Bowl. But that's because the NFL cheats for them, so that's a different story. Um, they were playing the Detroit Lions, and Patrick Mahomes was definitely taunting. They didn't get a taunt. There were zero penalties against the Kansas City Chiefs. That's stupid. And then before they already started the next play. I think the Lions already started the next play, and the refs they went back and retroactively I think threw a flag at one point. Or no. Were they going for two? Was there a touchdown and they took it back? I don't recall, but something sketchy went on in that game. Detroit Lions and Chiefs, and
Can't stand the Chiefs.
Bro, Vegas ruined sports. Vegas ruined sports.
sports
I
betting
think
has ruined.
I think I heard one of the refs got fired
Are you
last year. Like
serious,
yeah, think I heard one of the NFL refs got fired last year because they were betting in Vegas on the Chiefs.
Bro, one of the NBA coaches and one of the NBA players.
players just got arrested this week for illegal gambling and betting? And there was a
Damn.
coach who came out, or an old ref who admitted that he was upset at Allen Iverson back in the day. So he bet on the Sixers losing, and he told his friends to bet on the Sixers losing because he and his ref buddies were gonna do whatever they could to like call everything against Iverson. And then Kobe Bryant was talking about how when he was in the NBA Finals, I don't think it was back when they played Dallas because the Lakers ended up winning, but it was fixed because one of the refs got caught betting against the Lakers in the finals. Like, there's so much sports betting, man. I don't know what has to change with like the officials, but they're human. So some people act like refs are like infallible and they're not gonna make mistakes or can't be, you know, influenced by like betting, and it's just I don't know. It's a mess. It's a mess.
We're gonna need AI robots to start doing.
They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. We're
They
all gonna
might
be
be better
jobless.
referees because they're not betting on anything, but then
They might be. They might
they
be.
might be they might be programmed to help out the Chiefs a little bit or something. I think maybe what they should do is change out the refs every year. Make it a one time, not one time, like make it a 1 year deal for all the refs. And every year you just hire new ones. And maybe some of them could come back another year or something like that. But
Yeah.
I don't think they should have the same people every year. Because every time I watch football, I'm like, I recognize that ref. I recognize
Yes.
that one. I've seen them in a million other games.
You can tell who's gonna win by the refing.
It was so funny. I remember in the NBA Finals in 2022, there was like, because I was in so many Warriors group chats, there was like one chat dedicated just to like finding out who's officiating tonight's game. And we would see the list and we're like, freak, we're going to lose tonight. And 2 years ago, every time Scott Foster refed, if Chris Paul, whatever team Chris Paul was on, they're about to lose. So when Chris Paul was with the Warriors, Scott Foster, when he refed, we lost because he hates Chris Paul because they talk trash back and forth. Chris Paul's son got brought up somehow, so they don't mess with each other. And I don't know, man. It's
Damn.
just
That's horrible.
Yeah, no, it's horrible, but it's also pretty funny.
because it was annoying because there's nothing you could do about it, and you know your team will lose. But it's just funny that there was like basically a fan scouting report for referees. You could see what ref is going to be there, and then people would place bets based on that. They were like, "Yeah, y'all about to lose." Scott Foster's refing.
Man. I don't know how they can counteract that, like how they can prevent that from happening.
I don't think there's anything they can do about it.
I feel like you'd have to have like people stalking the refs 24/7 to make sure they're not going to gamble.
Yeah. There's like zero.
I don't think there's anything that can be done about that, man. Um, the
Really,
only
I
thing I
mean, the
can,
only oh sorry. I was gonna say the only thing that you can really do is just hope your team doesn't get penalties and just outscores the team and gets past the
Yeah,
penalties because that's still possible. Like,
yeah,
I,
but
I
I know with the Chiefs, anytime they're playing at home, the refs are riding their dicks the entire time. It's so annoying. Patrick Mahomes is a little bitch. I
it's
can't
not even
stand
one.
him. He
It's not
tries
even.
to get himself tackled so he can get like
Yes,
roughing the
bro.
passer
He
calls,
keeps
or he
fake
tries.
sliding. Can't you?
I thought you couldn't do that anymore. I thought that was illegal.
Yeah, he does. He's done a lot of stuff like that. He's also tried to there's some other thing he was doing, like trying to run out of bounds or something
Yeah,
like that. And
yeah, yeah. He does that
it's
sometimes.
Sometimes he'll like fake like he's gonna go out of bounds. He's gonna get somebody hurt. But
Patrick Mahomes looks like he wears a onesie to bed every night. It's I can't stand him. I can't stand the Chiefs. at least with the Patriots, I had some respect. I was like, you know what? Tom Brady's the GOAT. I hate seeing the team win so much, but like I'm not gonna deny
Yeah,
like they're
yeah,
really
yeah,
good. Because nobody was
yeah,
talking about okay, they had the whole cheating scandal with the
yeah.
deflating the
The
ball, but like
yeah.
other than that, it didn't seem like the refs were helping them the same way the Chiefs are getting help.
Not the same way that she, yeah, bro. I mean, Travis Kelsey, he beating up on his coach all the time. He's always beating Andy Reid's ass. Have you noticed that?
It's
Every time
it's
I turn
funny.
around, he's whooping that old man's ass. I seen him push him and shit. I'm like, dude, that is not cool. You're like a 270-pound dude beating up that old man. Um,
I tell my wife, like, just imagine what he does to Taylor Swift when he
that's
gets
what I,
home.
bro. Yes, that's what I was thinking. I was like, that fool looks abusive. I don't know, man. If you put your hands on an old man, I don't think you. I feel like you put your hands on anybody if you're beating up on that old man.
Hey,
But
she's gonna make a good album about it.
she's gonna make a crazy out. That album's gonna go triple platinum in a week. But
Yeah.
yeah, she's beating up, and then he looks like he beats up on that Lorax looking old man. He's always trying to make it.
Lorax.
He looks like the Lorax man. He's got like
He
the little
does.
mustache. He's orange. There's a. I think the only thing that could stop refs, kind of, is if there was some kind of accountability for it, dude. Like I know some people were like, one of my friends was like, you can't fine refs, you can't penalize them because they're doing a service. I'm like, doing a service? They're doing a job. But yeah, people working in restaurants are doing a service, but if they mess up, you know, something can come out of their check or they can lose their job. Some people have tossed around the idea of like a scorecard or like a post game interview for referees. I think that's a bit much because they already think they're celebrities. They already think people are going to the games to watch them. They're way too involved. But there does need to be some type of a penalty for, I mean, there's no repercussions for them. They can ruin the game. And sometimes that happens. Like, I hate LeBron, but you know that meme where LeBron, he's like, and he gets on the floor and he's like hitting on the floor like a baby? It was when they were playing Boston. And that totally was clear as daylight a foul, bro. He got fouled on the last play and they would not call it. And then Patrick Beverly got penalized because he took the camera and he pointed at the camera to show the ref, and it was really funny. But I think he got thrown out the game. But it's like nothing happened to that referee. It's funny because LeBron was acting like a baby, but he did get fouled. He should have gone to the line and they should have won that game. And like, if you think about it, that messes up people's pay, bro. Coaches can lose their jobs if teams are on a bad enough losing streak already. Like, there's a lot of money in sports. You can't just be out here making bad calls like that and nobody can call you out. That's crazy. What's stopping them?
Yeah.
I would be doing that
Sometimes I
all day. I
wonder.
would be calling everything against the Warriors if I were a referee right now because nobody does anything to stop it.
Sometimes I wonder what games would be like if there were no refs. What would happen?
That would be crazy. If they had to ref themselves, that would be crazy. That would be
Yeah,
interesting.
because the amount of false starts and stuff like that would be insane, and pass interference. And
Yeah, pass interference. Yeah, that would be
I don't
hot.
know as much about basketball, but I think I am going to start watching this year because I know the Rockets are, they might do better. We'll see.
Yeah,
But yeah, or maybe just the amount of referees. Maybe there's too many. But then
yeah,
again, I don't want just one person controlling a
right,
game or just
right.
two people. I need
Yeah,
other eyes on it.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't trust those motherfuckers. They need to be
I don't.
degraded somehow. They need to be wearing
They
like skirts or like tutus or something like that. Make them wear a kilt.
a kill, yeah, bro. Something, man.
Yeah.
I feel like if it's something that's super blatant, because even they, I mean, they have the review cams. Sometimes I'm like, what's the point? If it's something that's super obvious, because every now and then the NBA will release a statement and they'll say like, yeah, they were wrong for doing this. Then they need to be fined or something, man. Because I don't know. There's a difference between making a genuine mistake and like, I don't know. You can see when somebody gets clearly fouled and it's intentional. Um,
And it's bad when the people that are doing commentary on the game are calling out the refs because they
yes,
have the best view
yes,
of anybody.
yes,
They have
yes,
like the monitors and everything. They're able to see the game closely.
yes, yes,
And
yes, yes.
I feel like they're often smarter than the refs, and they're able to
Yes.
say like, "Hey, that was a bad call."
Yes, 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 yes. Or
So
sometimes there will be like a clear travel. I've seen that where referees don't call it.
I've seen plays where like somebody will step out of bounds, they won't call it. It's just I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes if it's too close to call, I do think refs need to like just swallow the whistle because sometimes they're way too involved. It messes up the momentum of the game, and I just not all contact is like impactful. You know what I mean? Like if somebody barely brushes against them, you don't need to blow the whistle for that. But then there's some moments where somebody will like trip someone and a referee will not call it and it'll just completely, I guess, mess up the outcome of the game. So
Maybe we should start we should have some sort of repercussions for refs if they make a bad call. If everybody else agrees it's a bad call, the ref has to get kicked in the nuts.
mm,
They will
mm,
they'll think twice about ever making a bad call again because
mm.
getting kicked in the nuts, it's not a good feeling. So
That could be a good one. That could be a good one. I don't
yeah,
know.
exactly.
Some of those referees, man. I know they have female referees now, so wouldn't work out the same.
Hey, I
But
mean, a punch to the titty could
that,
work
that would
too. I
probably
don't know.
hurt.
I don't know, man, but
Uh.
that would add another level
Oh,
of entertainment. Like
whoever you made the bad
your
call
your
on, that
strongest
person gets
player
to
gets to
kick.
kick him in the
Yeah, yeah,
nuts.
yeah. Your strongest player gets to kick them too, not somebody just off the. Yeah, your strongest player. Absolutely, that would be.
Hmm.
Maybe that would make them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's like in baseball. I don't watch baseball. I know last night they had like the longest game ever or whatever in the World
World
Series.
Series, yeah. I don't hear people talk about the World Series unless it's the Astros because we're in Houston, and that's
Mm,
really the only time I watch baseball is if it's like the last game of the playoffs and the Astros are in, or the Astros are in the World Series.
mm.
Because baseball is just so slow and there's
It's
too many games.
yes, bro. It's every night and they're all super slow. I have no idea. I don't even know who's in the World Series. I think the Dodgers and someone
It's
else.
the Dodgers and the Toronto fuck boys or whatever they're called. I don't know.
I didn't even know
Whatever the team
Toronto had a
is.
team. How do Toronto? How do they keep getting teams in? Like they have a
Canada.
basketball team.
They're talking about making a football team for them too.
Why? Why do they keep having? I don't
I don't
understand that.
know. It's weird. I guess because it's part of North America, but I mean, so is Mexico, and they're
I was
not.
gonna say. I
But
was
I
so
guess
mad when the
that's
Toronto
probably a
Raptors.
political thing.
It probably is. When Toronto Raptors won that NBA Finals, bro, I was so mad. Not only was that the year KD and Clay both got hurt, but it wasn't even an American team. I was like, bro, what the freak? Everybody should be mad about this. I couldn't believe people were happy. I was like, bruh, I feel like that's an L for America.
A little bit, yeah.
That was crazy. Drake was excited. I hate Drake. I was just all the way around mad. Nothing about that year, bro. It ended the world. That was the year right before the pandemic, and I think the pandemic was brought about because the Toronto
Because they
Raptors won.
won.
Yes, bro. Freak them.
Yeah. I I remember people are saying 2020 happened because of Harambe, but
Mm. Mm. That
people are
could
saying
be
that's
too.
when things got bad. Was when
That could be
Harambe
too.
died.
Harambe died. Was that 2015 or something?
I don't know. Something
That
like
was
that.
a.
2015,
That was a.
2016. That was a while ago.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I do remember when the Bengals were in the Super Bowl playing the Rams, people were saying if Cincinnati wins, it resets the timeline because it happened at the Cincinnati Zoo. So
Oh, Harambe.
yeah.
That was his sister. Okay, interesting, interesting. I was just shopping for a different pre-workout, and that reminded me. There's a pre-workout called Harambe Blood.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't know why, but that's so fun. There's a lot of like out-of-pocket pre-workout names because the supplement industry is so like not regulated. People just come out with. There was one that we used to sell at the shop I worked at, and it was an orange flavor, and the flavor was called Killa OJ. I was
Oh
like, that's
no.
so freaking crazy, bro. They call that thing Killer OJ, like OJ Simpson. I was like, that's like disrespectful as shit. But
Yeah, a lot of
nobody regulates it.
pre-workouts are titled stuff like Death Machine
Yes,
or like just something that sounds like you shouldn't be drinking it. Like
yes,
this is poison.
A lot of them are there's. It's so bad how many of them don't get. There's one called Psychotic, and
Tried
we
that
had
one.
that one third party tested at our shop. It says like 500 milligrams of caffeine on the bottle. That thing has 1100 milligrams of caffeine.
Per
Somebody,
serving?
yes, bro, per serving. Somebody did not believe us, and they ended up having to go to the ER. So yeah,
Damn.
yes,
I
bro.
took like maybe a half a scoop or a quarter of a scoop one time and went to the gym with my friend, and I felt paranoid.
That's what I'm saying. I took
I
a
was like, this does not seem good for you.
no. I took a half a scoop of it, and I did not work out. I just felt sick. I sat there the whole time, and I had to like just go home. But that sucked because you still have so much caffeine and who knows what else in your system. So you feel like you have to move around to get it out. But I just felt sick. So
Yeah, I usually try to go with coffee. Every now and then though, I might get like C4 or something, like a can of C4.
mhm.
Um, but that's about it. I don't know. I avoid all the stuff that you can get nowadays. It's just a lot of it's poison.
Yeah. A lot of it is not the labeling on a lot of them aren't accurate, and it's probably not the healthiest thing to take like 400 milligrams of caffeine to the face.
No, not at all.
It's fun, but
It's
you know what I mean. We all have our
yeah,
vices.
caffeine addiction is it's a real issue that
No, yes.
I'm still struggling with. Because for one thing, it's like, especially if you're working a job or if you work out, that's like where I always feel like I need it. Because it's like I don't want to be tired at my job, and I also am having trouble getting myself to go to the gym. I need something to wake me up so I feel ready to go. So maybe I don't need it for the gym. Maybe once I work out, I'll feel fine. But caffeine, yeah, I've been hooked on that for a minute now. I don't
Yeah.
know if there's ever been a time where I wasn't drinking
Really?
caffeine since I started drinking it. Yeah, I mean, there was a point where I was like, I was getting closer to like just having green tea only. Um, I was really getting low on caffeine, and then when something changes in your life, like you start a new job, you're on a new schedule or whatever, sometimes you need it to get yourself going again
Hmm.
because you want to like be good at your new job. You don't want to be sluggish,
Hmm.
but then you get hooked again. So it's tough. I'm on my second iced coffee of the day, so
Holy
that's
shit.
they're not. I don't.
Already? Dang.
Yeah, but I
Dang.
think it only has like 70 milligrams of caffeine per cup, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I'm just trying to make myself feel better.
Yeah, I know. I need to
I haven't
chill.
finished it yet, though. I'm only like halfway through it, I think. A
Okay.
quarter of the way. So,
Okay. Yeah, no, it's bad. As soon as I find out I'm out of my pre-workout, I immediately have to order another can. Doesn't matter what my freaking bank account looks like. I might have $20 left. Still ordering. I'm going into the
gotta,
negative. Need it. I
yeah,
need it.
gotta get it because it makes a difference. I've noticed like when I haven't taken a long time and I take some pre workout, I
Yeah.
notice I'm able to lift weights I couldn't lift before, which is crazy.
Yeah. 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 I need
So,
it. It's I don't know. Some of it is like I don't know because you get tired throughout the day, like physically, but it's also like a motivation thing. It just makes you feel like mentally ready to go. Um, but yeah, the main thing for me right now is our gym. My gym just got shut down and they moved to a new location, and it sucks. So I don't want to go there anymore. So now I have to travel 30 minutes every night to go to a gym. So I
damn.
need that caffeine just because that's an hour-long round trip added to my day now. So I can't
Yeah.
I can't go do that without any kind of because by the time I get home it'll be like 7 sometimes, then I gotta eat, let that digest. So I train late, so I need that to be able to go. Um it was
You go into
different
like
when it was fun.
you go into like a smaller gym.
I mean it was a bigger gym, but the location they moved to now is laughably small and I don't understand that decision at all.
So I'm
Okay.
probably gonna cancel my membership. It's that bad. I was like, this is
Damn.
insane.
Yeah,
And
there's I used to go to EOS for a little bit. I'm sure you've seen
oh,
that one. I'm
hmm
seeing those everywhere now. They're
they're
building a lot of them.
everywhere. They're everywhere now.
I think they just built one out in Missouri City actually.
Mm.
Um when I went to one, it was pretty good. They had a steam room and a sauna, and
Oh
that was
yeah.
nice. And they had a lot of equipment. It's just it depends on the time of day you go. The memberships are pretty cheap, so you run into like a lot of the influencers there and stuff.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. That's
Yeah, but it was good. But right
yeah,
now I'm just going to like a private gym, like a small one.
yeah,
But because it's like one of those 24/7 small gyms, there's not really many people there.
which is great.
Yeah, which is what I always prefer
Yes, yes, yes,
because I
yes.
get annoyed when there's other people there. I start giving people angry looks when they're taking a machine for too long.
They, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know if it's because they're on their phone a lot. I don't know if it's because they genuinely think they're gonna do like a lot of I don't know. They need a lot of rest between their shits, but there are people who will just sit on a machine and like hog it up, and it's ridiculous. That's the one thing. If like there was some guy at my other gym, and he just sat on a machine. He was doing like leg extensions, and I'm not joking. I don't think he got off that thing for like 30 minutes, and it was just ridiculous. I didn't want to say anything because at that point you're so frustrated. Like I don't really know what's gonna come out my mouth, but it's inconsiderate, bro. Like you're not the only person in here. That's very inconsiderate.
Yeah, I'll sometimes see people, not at my current gym, but like I even noticed this at the gym that you and I used to work at.
Yeah.
There would be like a group of people that would just stand around a machine and
Yes.
talk and
Yes.
barely use it. You've probably seen them there. It would annoy the shit out of me.
It's crazy.
Like it's just inconsiderate, but look, I mean, when I go to a gym and it's really packed, it like it's annoying, yeah, but I also know like okay, at least this many people are trying to better themselves and it's good for society for people to do that.
Hmm.
Um you just have to deal with annoying people sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
why it's one of my life goals is to eventually build my own private gym for myself in my house or something like a garage gym. I'm already thinking about getting like a punching bag because that's my main form of cardio.
Oh, nice.
There's like the ones that you can get that you don't have to hang from the ceiling. It has like
Yeah.
a metal thing that's attached to. I
Yeah.
was thinking about doing that.
That is good cardio. I haven't done. I still have a punching bag in my room, but I haven't hit it in a long time. I remember when I first was using it, I thought I had hit it for like 15 minutes straight, and it was like 3 minutes. I was like, "Holy shit!" Um, yeah, the cardio for that is crazy, but boxing is fun.
It
I
is, and it's like good strategy. There's, I don't know, just it is a lot more fun than just running on a treadmill.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
if you're pissed off, it's good cardio.
yeah, 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 yeah. I don't have a lot of good options for cardio right now, just because I guess I'm not really trying to do that right now. But it's also like tore my meniscus, so I have to be careful. I can't be doing
Running
like
a
jump
lot.
rope like I used to. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a lot better right now, but I'm still just. I don't know if it'll be 100% again, but I don't want to risk re-injury again just yet. So.
I'm trying to get more lean and like not be as big as I am, but I don't know how to stop putting on muscle. It's- I keep accidentally going to the gym and lifting heavy weights. I don't know what the deal
That's so
is.
crazy.
So,
There's people who actually think that. There's people who are like, I don't want to like lift a lot of weight and turn it into Ronnie Coleman. I'm like, what do you think all of us have been trying to do for the past like 10 years? That's not gonna happen. But
yeah.
yeah, it's
I
okay.
mean, I like being like strong. I just don't like looking too big. I like kind of looking a little more lean, especially in the face. I like to look a little bit more, a little skinnier, but
Yeah, 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 yeah.
at the same time, I like being at a size where people think like, "Oh, I don't wanna fuck with that guy," even though
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
definitely
yeah,
not the
yeah.
type of dude I am.
Yeah.
Especially it's like I don't know. I feel like if and when I have kids, I would definitely at that point I'll be like, all right, I don't really want to. I'll feel like I need to look a certain way, especially if I have a daughter. It just is what it is, people. I'm not trying to be. It is what it is. If I have a daughter, I'm gonna need to look like I'm like I can be dangerous.
I
Um,
mean, you already got that look now, like, the amount of
I do
weight you're
not.
lifting.
I do not think so. I do not think so.
No, I
I
think
think
s
it's
I think it's also, like, by the time your daughter be that age, you'd look older, and that just would make you look scarier.
I think so
Um,
too. I think
I'm
so
I'm
too.
lifting I feel like I've started lifting more weights because I know I'm having a son. So
Yeah.
I need him to be able to tell his friends, "My dad could beat up your dad," and I
Yeah.
want that shit to be true because 'cause I'm not raising a liar. So
Yeah, no, it's gotta be true.
yeah.
Oliver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I feel like something like that would make me immediately be like, oh shoot, I gotta start. That's so scary. But it's probably I feel like also as you get older, like once we get into our 30s and probably our 40s, it'll be like old man muscle is a real thing. I don't know if you've noticed that. There's like some pretty jacked like 40-year-olds that don't really do much of anything, but they've just developed so much like muscle maturity over the years and they look like veiny and everything. Like old man muscle's a real thing.
They've got
So
that old man strength, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I remember
Yeah,
there was a
my
guy at the gym we used to work at. He kind of looked like
Bruce Willis, he started bringing his son
I
later.
know who you're talking about, yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm talking
because
about. Yeah.
I always referred to him as Kratos
Okay, I can see that. Yeah,
because he
yeah.
always has the boy with him, you know?
Yeah, the boy. Oh, the boy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kratos,
Yeah.
the boy.
So, yeah, I mean, I just never wanna get to the point where, like, I could easily injure myself.
Yeah,
I actually stopped doing, uh, like, barbell squats
Yeah.
entirely. I just
Yeah.
realized, like, I can work my legs in far safer ways. Because
Yes.
after hurting my back, I was like, "Okay, if I do this shit again, it's gonna
yeah,
mess me up."
yeah, 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 yeah.
So and I don't really feel like I need to be lifting, like, super heavy weight anymore and keeping track of, like, how much weight I'm lifting with my legs, you know?
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
don't want them to be scrawny. That's all I care about.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Plus the risk
So,
to reward ratio is so bad. A lot of times, like I feel like squatting heavy, deadlifting heavy, a lot of that stuff is like it's technique that you develop over the years, but because you have to develop a specific like motor pattern and get really efficient at doing a very specific thing, it does obviously increase your overall strength, but some people will mistake somebody who deadlifts like X amount of weight for being a strong person. And the reality is there's some people who are just doing like hack squats or maybe like dumbbell squats that are like stronger all around people. Like there's this one kid right now in the I think he's USAPL powerlifting fed, but he deadlifts like 700 pounds. I was just thinking about it because it pisses me off. And I seriously doubt that he can pick up like the 80-pound dumbbells. Like he's not a strong person. He's very, very efficient at moving like a certain amount of weight, if that makes sense. At doing a certain kind of lift.
yeah, and
Um,
that's pretty much what deadlifts are, right? Like, just
Yes.
seeing how
Yeah.
much you can lift and, like, how you can move that kinda weight.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
there's a lot of
There's,
people
like
who just do calisthenics, who just do like barbell stuff that are like it's hard to say that are definitely stronger, but that are possibly stronger than somebody who can like maybe squat 315.
Yeah, like you've met my friend Edward. He mainly does calisthenics.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
yeah, he doesn't lift like super heavy weight, but in terms of doing like body weight workouts, he can like do that for a super long time, like doing pull-ups and
Yeah,
things like that, which in high school I could do a ton of those.
yeah.
Now I'm so heavy because of like putting on a lot of muscle. I can only do like 2 or 3 now.
Pull-ups, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm trying to work my way back to that, like to be able to do a bunch, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
tough.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of body weight stuff requires like a lot of endurance. For me, body weight stuff is a good way for me to get like I guess good data on how like sore I am or how I'm recovering cuz like I had a injury like in my upper pec shoulder area and it's in my upper pec and shoulder but it's actually really hard for me to do pull-ups whenever that area gets inflamed just because like there's a lot of I guess like overlap between like push pull muscle groups. So a lot of times when I have like an imbalance or like if I'm benching, sometimes my bench will be weak. It'll be because I have like a lat injury, something like that. So or sometimes I'll do push-ups and I'll realize like maybe my wrist is hurting or my elbow is hurting, so I probably shouldn't lift as heavy that week. But I think it's easier to stay healthy with body weight, but it's also easy to keep track of like how potentially injured you are.
For sure. Have you, do you ever get annoyed when people come up to you at the gym and tell you, like, what you should be doing in your workout? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if somebody's trying to tell you what you're doing wrong?
Yeah, that's why I usually go at like really late hours so I could just avoid people because I don't know how to respond to that. It's been so long, I'm sure I've matured since, but I usually end up like saying something that I should probably have a little bit more restraint, but yeah, that's annoying. That's
Yeah, I mean, okay, so for me, there's been times where somebody's said, like, "Hey, you might get hurt, do like, if you keep doing it that way, like, you might start, like, feeling some pain in, like, your neck or something.
Yeah,
This is a better way." And I've
yeah,
appreciated that because like, "Oh, I didn't know that, thanks." And they're not,
yeah.
like, keeping my time or whatever, like, taking a lot of time to tell me that. They're just telling me really quick because they want to
Mhm,
help out, or somebody has said, like, "Hey, if you do it this way, it works better." So, a
mhm,
quick interaction like that, I don't mind so much. There was one time, though, me and my friend were at LA Fitness, and we were deadlifting, and there was this guy that was also there deadlifting. That's pretty much all he did there.
mhm.
He came up to us and he was like super loud. I don't know what if he was on something like or took a fuck ton of pre-workout, but
Yeah.
he was like, "No, no, you gotta do it this way. You gotta do it like you're picking up
What?
he was like, "You gotta do it like you're picking up a fat chick and fucking her in the air."
Oh my god, what?
And I was just like, "Okay." I
Yeah.
don't know how to respond to that.
Yeah, what?
And he was paying attention to how we were doing the deadlifts, like he was our trainer,
Yeah,
and
people
it was and he wasn't like a huge dude, but I mean he was somewhat big. So I was kind of like, I don't want to piss the guy off because I don't this guy seems pretty unpredictable. I don't know
yeah,
if I just don't want to get into anything.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, that's I've had some weird interactions, but it's been pretty rare.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That's always I don't know. I feel like I'm really bad about I don't know. Like there was one time where I was deadlifting and someone was like, "That doesn't look really good for your back, bro." And a lot of it is like delivery. Like there's a difference between that doesn't look really good for your back, bro, versus that doesn't look very good for your back, bro. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
was like, "What are you talking about?" And then there was one time I was bench pressing and someone was like, "That's not a real rep." And then I was like deadlifting one time and somebody was like, that's a stupid lift. Like deadlifting is stupid. Nobody should ever be deadlift. And I was like, at that point, I was like kind of talking crazy to that guy. But for the most part now, I just keep my headphones on. Even if nothing's playing or I can hear people, it just like keeps me locked in so that if somebody says something stupid, I'm not gonna respond because first of all, they're supposed to be thinking that I can't hear them. So that would be crazy if someone said that and I just got up and they'd be like, "What the fuck? I thought you couldn't hear me." But for the most part, I don't really have negative interactions. It's really just those three. Uh, but I either train really, really late or I train at a gym where it's like not crowded. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's kind of the way to go. Like, yeah, sure, you might have to pay a little bit more. They might not have as many amenities, but those commercial
yeah,
gyms, you just deal with so many people, and some of
yeah.
them are just so bizarre, you know?
That's the crazy thing. Like at the powerlifting gyms I went to, everybody is so nice, and
It's a
people are
community, really. People
yes,
have more gym etiquette because they've been doing it
yes,
for so long. They know the drill. You
yeah,
go to a commercial gym, you have a lot of newer people or just really odd people.
yes.
Like, I would go to EOS and there'd be some dude that always had his nipples out. Every time he was working out, he'd have his shirt, like, tied in the middle or something. He'd have his nipples out. I'm like, "How is
Yeah,
this allowed?"
that's
And
crazy.
oh, and you know what else he did? He would carry around a mug of coffee, a mug of, like,
Yeah,
hot coffee, and I was like, "What the
yeah.
fuck?"
Open like there wasn't like a cup, like a
Yeah, no
cup or
lid on it, just an
what?
open cup of coffee. It was so weird. Like, I
Yeah,
don't trust this dude, and also, like,
yeah.
you piss him off, he could just, like
Throw the high. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, there's some weird people, man, especially in commercial. It feels like a lot of like so the all the powerlifting gyms I went to, everyone's really helpful. They're genuinely like constructive when they criticize you and they'll like give good advice and they'll help you work through your sets. Like there's one guy there and he benched like 460 at 180 pounds and he noticed that my bench technique was off and he was really helping me out. And he took time out of his workout to help me through the whole rest of my bench workout. And this was a guy who was like a very accomplished lifter competing. So I was like, damn, he didn't have to do that. That was really cool. And it
Yeah, and
feels
a
like
lot of times oh, sorry, go on.
oh no, I was just gonna say it feels like a lot of those gyms are focused towards like there's people there working out with a specific goal in mind and they're busy competing with themselves. And it feels like at commercial gyms, people are competing with each other. It's like an ego contest and freak that.
Yeah, and yeah, at those kinda gyms, like the one that you said you were going to, like, um, a lot of those people, they just wanna see other people succeed
Yes,
the
bro.
same way, and a lot of, really big lifters you see, they were scrawny at some point or they were
Yeah,
overweight.
yeah, yeah.
Everybody has to they didn't start their life that way, you know?
Yes, yes, yes,
But yeah,
bro.
when you go to those commercial gyms, you have a lot of, like, the preppy, like, influencer types. I
Yeah,
I can't stand it.
I can't do that, bro.
Yeah,
It
it's
was so crazy. I went to there was a gym called Corrupted Strength. It got shut down, but the number 183 kg powerlifter in the world, it was his gym. He's in Houston. Um, there was a guy there deadlifting, Rondell Hunt, and he's one of the number one. I think he's a 110 kger. He deadlifted 800 pounds, and of course, when he's lifting, everybody's like cheering for him to get it up. So at first, I was like intimidated. I was like, Jesus Christ. And then I went there another time, and there was some young guy there, um, and he was deadlifting probably like let's see, a red plate on either. He was deadlifting no more than like 275, and everybody was cheering for him to get it up. And I was like, okay, wow. So this is the type of environment it is. Everyone's just really encouraging. Matt and I went there. Matt and I went there a couple times together. We went on opening day, but
Oh, I remember when y'all went to that, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But that environment was sick. I hate that they shut it down because everybody there
Hmm,
was so cool.
okay, that's cool.
Dude, it didn't matter if you had 500 on the bar. It didn't matter if you had just the bar. Everybody was rooting for you to get it up. It was crazy.
Yeah, it does sound like a positive environment. My
Yes.
my gym is, either old people or, there's, like, some occasional, like, influencer types, but they mind their business, it seems like.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, but anyway, I know you gotta get to work soon.
Yeah.
You said you gotta go at 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's there, 3.
I'll let you go. Let me end the stream real quick. Thank
Alrighty.
you all for watching. Anybody that hopped on, or if you're watching this later, thanks for joining us. Bye. All right.